Okay, so from August to September, you probably have seen a hit on the staking yields on different platforms. Doesn't matter where you are, which token they are in, you definitely have seen a major difference. And it is not a shock. We have seen how the whole crypto market is performing. Although it is improving, it has improved. It dropped slightly from the $2 trillion mark, but now it is back up to about $2.25 trillion from the time that I'm making this video. So it is coming back up, although the market sentiment is still neutral. It's not bullish, it's not bearish, it's still neutral. The market is uncertain about what's coming next, but we definitely have taken a hit. We have experienced the percentage yield, staking yields, drop on different platforms, on different tokens of centralized exchanges. And that is what we are here to compare. Which one took the most hit and which one sustained the most, which one did not drop. So in the previous videos, I shared a chart which showed the differences between the percentage yields on different tokens of the centralized exchanges. We observed the percentage yield that was offered by BMX, by OKB, by the native currency of BitCat, and so forth. And in that, BMX was offering the most. But now that we have taken a hit, let's see how much did the percentage yield drop, which one dropped the most, and which one sustained the most. So if we take a look at the monthly report, like I said before, we definitely have witnessed a decent drop. Actually, it wasn't that decent. In comparison, it was minor because the cryptocurrency market is still holding above the $2 trillion mark. We have witnessed an increased amount in the stable coins, which is what happens in times of uncertainty. So that's not a shock. We have seen a drop in the AUMs for Bitcoin ETF and also the ETF, Ethereum ETF holdings. For Ethereum ETF, it was pretty much expected because, like I said, it's the whole buy the rumor, sell the news event. At the time, there was a huge hype, and afterwards, a selling pressure was evident, and that eventually did happen. So the percentage change in the AUM of Bitcoin ETF, it's about negative 2.56%. So that's not that huge, but for Ethereum AUM, that's actually pretty decent. Now, if you take a look at the differences in the yield, in the staking yield for August and September, for BMX, the annual yield rate in August was 1.5% to 3%, depending on, let's say, the staking option that you selected is flexible, short, medium, and long term. It will range between 1.5 to 3%. For BNB, the annual yield rate was 2% in August. For OKB, the native currency of OKX, the annual yield rate was 1%. For BGB, Bitcat's native currency, the annual yield rate was 2%. So in August, they were offering pretty decent, although BMX was still offering higher. It was much more flexible, but it was still okay. But what happened in September when all these things dropped? The annual yield rate that was offered by BMX, it was, let's say, from 1.5 to 3%. From 3%, it dropped to 2%. So it dropped about 1%. For BNB, the yield dropped to 0.2%. So you can see the difference. BMX went from 3% to 2%. BNB went from 2% to 0.2%. That's a huge drop. That's a 10 times drop. Now this 0.2%, that is for holdings less than 1 BNB. For more than 1 BNB, it dropped to 0.02%, which is, it's almost non-existent. For OKB, for users holding less than 50 OKB, which is approximately $2,000. So for those who are holding less than $2,000. Now for OKB, the yield actually increased for those holding less than $2,000, which is almost 50 OKB. It increased to 5%. But for holdings above 50 OKB, the yield dropped to 1%. And for BGB, which was 2% before, it dropped to 1.2%. Now this shows that the yields offered by BMX, it is stable, although it did drop, but comparatively and relatively, it remained stable. It's still offering a significant return, which other platforms, they were offering in August previously. So in those regards, I think they're still offering a better yield, a more stable yield. It says in the staking yield of BMX remained relatively stable from August to September in comparison to other platforms, while experiencing a modest decrease from 3% in August to 2%, which in other platforms like BNB it was from 2% to 0.2%, and for OKB it was about like differences of 5% for less than $2,000 and 1% for more than 50. That is pretty huge. Now they have been doing much more actually. They have launched, BitMart has launched a ton ecosystem game project dogs with BMX airdrop event. Now there's another exclusive event that's called More Crypto and Less Fees. It's actually a whole campaign. I think this one is their 61st event in this regard, in which they're offering a 30% discount flash sale event. Now they have done this for MAGA, the coin for Trump, and also for the banana token for the game, in which they're offering 30% discounts. That means people who took part in this sale, they bought these tokens using BMX, they got a chance to receive raffle tickets to win an exclusive 30% discount offer. Now the same event is live again for the Cat AI, in which we have a 30% off flash sale. Now if we take a look at the time, which is important, this is for September 27th to 28th. That means by the time that the video is live, I think you're going to have a few hours before it goes live, and it's not going to stay here for a while. We have very less time in it. We only have 24 hours to take part in it. That's a very short period. So what you're going to do is, if you want to take part in this and you want to get an exclusive 30% off, then get the flash sale lottery, you will be going to the BitMart Launchpad. Now first of all, make sure that you are not among any of these countries. So you need to pay attention to these criteria and requisites. You need to complete KYC in order to take part in this event. You can only participate it through BitMart Launchpad, not elsewhere. And the flash sale does not have a 3-day price protection rule. So make sure that you are paying attention to these rules and you're not among any of these countries. Now once that is confirmed, what you're going to do is you're going to go to the BitMart Launchpad and you are going to use BMX token to buy the Cat AI tokens. And when you do that, you get a chance to win ticket to win this exclusive 30% off flash sale lottery. Now again, it's not going to stay here for a long time. You only have 24 hours left to it in case you are interested in it. I'll give you guys links in the description. Actually, it's one link. So when you open it up, you're going to get all the other links right here. So if you're interested, make sure that you do not miss this offer. But yeah, this is all of you guys in this video. Let me know if you have any question in the comment section. And I'll see you guys in the next video shortly. So stay tuned.